Unlike other respected intellectual activities of humans, like science or philosophy, belief concerns with supernatural and mystical beings ruling over our natural universe. Therefore, the mystification of science and philosophy leaves no room for belief. Today we can answer all questions by staying within the natural order. We rational beings shouldn't rely on such supernatural fairy tales. This is yet another narrative of unbelief, which justifies itself by simply belittling belief. It depicts a version of belief that can be illustrated by images like Zeus sitting on the top of Mount Olympus, or the creation of Adam by Michelangelo. This narrative can be considered as another version of a famous historical narrative, claiming that before the dawn of science, believers used to attribute everything to mystical powers like actions of a god. For example, when they see a thunder, all they would do is to fear and run away like chicks, and assume that God or gods were angry. Thanks to courageous people who decided to explain everything within the universe, today we know how thunders are a mere product of certain physical mechanisms. We don't have to refer to such mystical powers anymore. This historical narration is nothing but a made-up story, which doesn't reflect reality, not even to the slightest extent. It is very similar to the made-up stories that colonists have fabricated to justify their inhuman activities, such as stories about cannibal Africans or soulless Native Americans. Just like those stories, such narratives of unbelief simply stem from certain political but not intellectual attitudes. First of all, the naturalism as a philosophical stance that claims everything should be explained within the natural order of the universe is a very recent movement without much roots in human intellectual history. We do not see separation between natural and supernatural in writings of many great minds lived before us, simply because they didn't need to constrain themselves within certain political views. From the beginning, people always concerned with what they observe and experience, and try to explain them. This has never changed throughout the history. Naturalistic ideology today is similar to an attempt to explain a book by only referring to geometrical features of the letters, relationships between letters, physical and chemical properties of ink and paper. It discards both the author of the book and also the reader. By doing so, it ignores the message in the book, the meaning, the purpose it serves. After all, author, reader, language, meaning, and purpose are supernatural entities in regard to the natural order of the book. Obviously, such a division between natural and supernatural is an insult to human mind that is spent by faculties to go beyond what is seen. And what about belief? Is it really about spooky creatures and mystical powers that cannot be explained by physical theories? Definitely not. Through the glass of belief, there is no separation between natural and supernatural. Belief regards everything that human faculties can take us. Physical world, its description, its meaning, its relation to us, and the qualities we see in it. If our faculties take us to the conclusion that there must be an author of the book of the universe, then belief also concerns the qualities of the author as they manifested in the universe. Belief is all about our conclusions from our experiences, and it deals with what exists and nothing more. But it wouldn't put an arbitrary limit to what can exist and what cannot. We see such a belief system depicted in Quran. The creator of the universe calls our attention to the description of the observable universe. We will show them our signs in the universe and within themselves, until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth. We are expected to study the universe so that we can arrive conclusions about the Creator. While our tongues read the verses of Quran, our eyes should be looking at the universe where these verses are taking place, here and now.